What's going on, folks? It's K-Spade the Prospect, and it's that time of the year, folks, when multiple people are going to start to compile wish lists for the next installment of NBA 2K. I'm no different from anyone else, so of course I got a few coming your way. As of right now, I'm thinking I'm going to give you guys 3 or 4 of these videos, one specifically geared towards my career mode, which is the one you're watching right now, one geared towards my team mode, one geared toward my crew mode. I don't even know if crew is coming back. It may never come back, but I'm never going to stop asking for it. And then one just geared toward 2K as a whole, because some of the issues that we deal with in these different modes aren't going to go anywhere until they are addressed as a 2K issue as far as movement. So as I'm saying that, this is a perfect place for me to start my wish list. Let's get into my issue with movement. In any sports game, movement is the foundation that the whole game is built on. If you can't move freely, if it's not fluid movement, the sports game will suffer. This is factual. Like I said, the movement is the foundation. I don't care how nice of a roof you put on a house. If you put it on a house with a bad foundation, at some point when it starts to shift or whatnot, that roof probably won't do its job. And movement has never really been an issue of mine in any past 2Ks, not that I can think of. And maybe it's just that I've forgotten about them. But in NBA 2K14, I can honestly say there are times when I'm frustrated that I can't move like I want to move. Even though it's present in every mode, it is more apparent in my career mode because you can only play as one character. And even though it's more apparent in my career mode, it's even more apparent on the defensive side of the ball in my career mode. There are times when I just flat out can't move where I want to move like I want to move. And I can't really explain it any better than the fact that it's very sluggish. But hopefully the 2K guys, they got to know what I'm talking about. I mean, this is their baby. They know what I'm talking about. Let's get the movement issue addressed. The next order of business for my career mode is more accessories. 2K, you guys have been working with us with this, but I mean, we need more and more and more. We need more hairstyles, more tattoo options. We need more faces this year. If you was a black my player in NBA 2K14, you was one of 4 brothers. That was it. Please give us some more faces. Give us some more hairstyles. I do like the additions that they brought us, but I still want more. We need more tattoos. And I'm going to even say more jerseys. More jersey options before the game would also. This is like visual candy that keeps the game fresh. If I can change up my jerseys, maybe to me, it's almost like a new experience. These are the things that help you get the full potential out of your game. Now, the story mode is the next area I want to talk about. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. I actually didn't hate it. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that your teammates would talk to you and their mouth wouldn't move. I got to admit, that was pretty strange looking. But I do understand why it was that way. It's almost impossible to get 2 or 3 players from every NBA team in to do some voiceover recording. I get it. I'm all right with it because I understand it. You guys could do that, but I don't want you to spend so much time on getting voiceover stuff done that we don't get all the necessary time in gameplay. I want to make sure gameplay is the first priority on the list. If we got extra time to get voiceover NBA players, cool. At the end of the day, it's not that big to me. But the issue I did have with the story mode was that regardless of what player you created, what position he was, what college he came from, whatever his race was, his story was the same. It was only one story you could play out. And that's where I see a lot of room for improvement. My idea moving forward would be when you create your my player, maybe he has 3 to 5 different options he could choose from. Maybe he can create a my player who was a star in college, who's expected to go like top 5 in the NBA draft, somebody who is really expected to be that guy. And if everyone chose that same story, then your story would still be the same. But I also have an option of a guy who was a sleeper. Maybe he went to a smaller college, he took him far into the tournament, and he just recently started to gain the attention of some NBA scouts. That would be a nice story. Maybe even a guy who is out of college. Maybe he went overseas and played ball for a couple of years. Maybe you could play through that story. And even though you would still have a default story, at least this gives you some options over which story you play out. And, it won't be the same for everybody who plays the game. I don't think everybody would choose the same option anyway. Another thing that I really don't feel like I should have to be asking for, that I'm asking for, is the ability to push a button on my controller to make my teammates shoot. Now, I don't feel like I should have to ask for that, because I've been asking for teammates to have their real player likeness, and they just don't. They just don't. I play with the Trailblazers. I have to beg Damian Lillard to take shots. He never will. I beg Batum to take shots. He never does. When he does take them, they never go in. But if you play against Portland, these guys light it up. But as your teammates, they'll do nothing. So if I can't get them to play like them real selves, please give me the ability to make them shoot. If nothing else, let me make them shoot. Now, this next idea won't apply straight out the gate. But I feel like a player should be able to go to the coach and suggest different lineups to run. Yeah, not a snot-nosed rookie straight out of college, no. But I don't know where you want to put the rating, maybe at 90. But when it's apparent that he's the star of the team, when he's obviously the star of the team, he should be able to go to the coach and say, Coach, I think it'd be better if we play this guy at the 4, this guy at the 5. Let's take my team, for instance. First of all, I don't know why we traded for Victor Oladipo, but we did. We play the same position. If you guys don't know it, my career team has 7 shooting guards on the team, 6 behind me. Makes no sense, but all right, for the sake of me getting my point across, let's say I'm all right with that. Why do we have the highest rated person on my bench, which is Oladipo, behind me, never playing? I would like to move to the 3 so that he could play the 2 so that we can have the better lineup on the floor. I should be able to go to my coach and say that. Speaking of, I don't know why we went away from this, but also the thing where the organization asks you for your opinion on trades. That went away. I thought that was a great feature. It happens, that happens. I don't think that the Heat would make a trade for anybody without saying, hey, LeBron, we're thinking about bringing in so-and-so. What you think? And I think the game should have that as well. My next idea is going to be something that a lot of people probably don't think about, but I don't have the luxury of playing my game all the time in a nice, calm environment where I can focus on the game. I usually got 1,000 things going on. So for me, I would like to be able to pause the game and go somewhere and be reminded of my dynamic goals, my social media challenges, maybe even the current point of emphasis that my coach has us running. So this is an excellent segue from dynamic goals and point of emphasis to the fact that moving forward, 2K, can all of this stuff right here actually be something that the coach wants the team to do? Because right now the team doesn't have any knowledge of anything the coach tells me. The coach comes to me and says, Spade, I want you to score 10 straight points. But he don't tell the team that. So we come out on the floor and I get an excessive call for ball on the very next play because somebody else decides they want to take a shot. And then I fail the dynamic goal because I didn't score the basket when I never was given the opportunity to get the ball. So if the coach really wants me to score 10 points in a row, he should tell the other guys on the floor, get a ball to Spade. I want him to score 10 points in a row. Same thing with point of emphasis. Point of emphasis will say, run pick and roll. We won't do it. We'll just go out there and play regular ball like we've been doing. Point of emphasis will say, let's run our offense through K-Spade. They won't do it. They'll just go out and play like your teammates have no knowledge of what the coach is saying. We got to fix that, y'all. I'm almost done. Stay with me for a minute. This next thing is going to be weird. I really want to see skippable cutscenes. In some cases, we have to play multiple My Careers or we start over for whatever reason. It just should be an option to skip the cutscene. I mean, in past years, whenever you was being asked a question or whatnot, if it involves some communications between you and anyone else, you could just skip to it. And then you would see the words. You could just read whatever they were saying to you and your choices to say back. I say let's get that back. If you want to watch it, fine, watch it. But you shouldn't be made to watch the entire thing, even the NBA draft. I feel sorry for anybody that was drafted really, really late because you had to watch every pick before you. Come on. So in closing, while we're talking about cutscenes, I would like to see some additional cutscenes added as the life of the game goes on. If franchises like Call of Duty can add an entire map, can we later on add where my agent can come to the game and say something other than, hey man, just wanted to tell you, you absolutely killing it out here on the court. And I love the way you handling these interviews. He show up to my game every other game, and he's telling me the same thing. I love the way I ain't even done no more interviews. You was just here yesterday. What are you talking about? Can he get some additional things to say during the life of the game? You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. So in closing, I don't know if it goes on this video or one of my other wish list videos, but something I've been wishing for since NBA 2K12. I'm gonna find the real video, and I'm gonna put it in the description so you guys can see that I have been asking for this for years. But I would like to see an online My Player league. So that's all I got for this one, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I got more in store. I think the next video I'm dropping will be my team wish list. That'll be a good one, folks. I'm out to the end though. Peace.